Okay, as we previously explained, with the outer wing removed, we can see the construction of the inner wheel arch. Now, like I've already explained, none of these panels in here appear to have a great deal of paint on, which is presumably why they've all rotted away. That was the wheel arch, or what was left of the wheel arch. As you can see, the edges pretty ratty and the steel underneath is on its way out, so I chose to replace that. So that's like a before and after shot. It's pretty close, that panel, and I've given it a good liberal coat of zinc primer. As you can see from this, the bottom 5 or 6 inches are missing anyway, so we fabricated that in there just to finish it off. I used the shape of the outer wing, which was all I had to go on, really, just so that we could wrap that under there, and it meets nicely up with the flange edge all around the bottom edge of the wing. It must be somewhere close, because just by trying that on there, it meets nicely up. That body line through there lines up quite nicely, and it actually fits quite nicely on the flange, which is quite a relief because we extensively repaired this area, so I'm quite happy that that goes together. As we said before, this flange on this wing here meets the flange on the panel that I've made to go up the post there. We'll be drilling this panel and spot welding on. Covers everything up. As you can see, the sill comes in and dives in behind the front wing on the bottom of that A post there. That's all been replaced, that bottom edge there. There's a flange that runs down this wing here that I've chosen to safety edge there, because that fits nicely against the recess on the sill. It gives you a nice factory join line down there. Before we fit this outer wing, what I've decided to do is I'm going to put a nice thick bead of body sealer just back from that edge there, all the way around that edge. The design of this wheel arch means that these two panels are very, very close, and what's happened, any water from washing the vehicle that comes in off this wheel arch, it isn't really going to drain away to the two sides. It's going to sit in that narrow gap between those two panels and rot the inner and the outer wing away. So by putting a nice bead of sealer pretty close to that edge, any water that does get in here will run down this outer edge and through any drain holes that I choose to put in the wing at the bottom and obviously at the front. This particular vehicle, somebody had opened the door, knocked it in gear and strained the check strap section. As you can see, if we remove that panel, the check strap section, reinforced panel, fits in there and those two lugs come through. The only way to repair that properly is to remove a section of the back of the A post, drill out the spot welds, take that out, fix it, straighten it, whatever. And then we're going to be putting that back in, welding that up, putting the plate over the back. That'll be as good as new.